And then intuitive-wise, would you say that you use your intuition most of the time now? Or do you say...
Yeah, I mean, I'm listening to more of my gut, and I think I hear it louder. Before it used to be very quiet, and I'm like, I question myself, and I had self-doubt.
Yeah.
And now I'm more confident and listening to myself more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the big thing that, everyone I work with I've noticed is that they're much more confident in what is their intuitive messaging, right? And intuitive decisions versus what you were doing before.
Right.
And everyone has significantly more energy than they used to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think just trying to recall from 3 years ago, I think my gut was screaming at me many times, but I didn't listen to it because I didn't know.
Yes.
And then I would go against my gut. And now that, when with our work together, it's almost like, you're just like this guidance counselor in this journey where, okay, listen to your gut more. Your gut is always going to be right.
Yes.
And having more confidence in that.
If you know what is your gut talking.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because that's what we get people, tripped up in the beginning, because they'll say to me, well, I trust my gut already most of the time, but then when you're asking them, okay, well, what's the difference between an instinctive feel for something or intuitive feel for something versus just a thought? Well, I don't know. Right? I think that's my intuition talking. So, that's one of the things, is giving you clear direction and clear signals to look for to know what is your intuition versus what is not.
Yeah. And I think, sometimes I think about when you think about an athlete who does very good at what they do, they always have a coach. And I feel it's important to have a coach to continue to grow, because personal development is everything. As you taught me, personal development, as you grow, then everything else in your world grows, whether it's business or personal life.
Yes, very much. That's so true. Couldn't have said it better than myself. And so if someone were to just meet you and ask you about working with me, what would you tell them? How would you describe it?
Definitely, if you're feeling stuck in your life and you need to make some change and you don't know how, the coaching and guidance that you provide is profound. And it's ongoing. Like, we're all here to learn things in this journey of life, and sometimes we get steered in the wrong direction, and then we find ourselves not in a good place. And even though I am in a good place now, I still need your help. Sometimes I go through my downers, and I call you up and we do a coaching session, and I feel more relieved.
Yeah. And more confident in what direction to move in.
Correct.
Yeah. And I think that's an important part to bring up too. Like, I don't tell you what to do. And I don't just sit there and ask you a bunch of questions, which I know a lot of coaches do. They ask these like open-ended questions, kind of like therapists. And I don't do that either.
Right. I think it's better than therapy, because so many times I can't even articulate what I'm going through, and you can see it all, which is amazing.
Right.
Like, I don't have to say it, you see it.
Yeah, that makes it easier.
It makes it a lot easier.
And that's the intuitive part. So, I can step into your world as you and sort of experience those things and help you, help guide you through them in a way that is in alignment with your intuition, I would say.
Yeah. So I'm really happy we continue to work together. I mean, I definitely can't live without you, for sure. And I constantly tell my friends, especially the ones who are struggling and are open to the work that you do, because you have to be open to it. And you want to make a change in your life. I think it's even better than therapy, because my problem with therapy is you're going back, the therapist brings back all these unhappy memories, and sometimes it's not working for me. What I need is tools to move forward.
That's a very good point. So in therapy they bring you constantly backwards.
And so you're reliving the nightmare or the
Right.
bad experience, and then it's almost like you had the scab and then they ripped the scab off and you still have a wound.
Interesting. I never really thought about it that way. And so you feel like our work together just is always bringing you
Yes,
forward.
propels me forward and interrupts the bad patterns. But you don't have to, like, I don't have to dig into the why too much because you present that to me anyways.
Right. Very interesting. Was there anything else you want to add?
I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I definitely think, the work with you is very meaningful, and I'm excited to continue to work with you, of course. That's pretty much it, and I encourage everyone to try Lauren, have a session with her, and see if it makes a difference in your life.
If you want to schedule a private session with me, you can click on the link below and you'll be able to do that. And also there's a free download for the 5 daily disciplines that Jean was referring to, also in the link below. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to do that also. And I will see you all next time.
Bye.
Thank you, Jean.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.